welcome to today's Captain's Blog. It is Saturday, January 19th, 13:11 hours, and Rocco's here. Rocco!
Hey!
What you working on?
We're rebuilding Blue Cherry today, actually.
Yay! This is the main Geek Group Blue Cherry server.
That is the main Geek Group Blue Cherry
Okay,
server.
the onboard NIC is foobar.
Yes, and that's why there's an external NIC on it.
Oh, okay.
We're good.
External NIC?
Secondary NIC, I guess.
Oh, it's a secondary NIC? Okay. Alright, so this is our Blue Cherry system, and you can see the two cards there. Each of these takes 16 cameras in. There's your video feeds. I think they do audio too, but I'm not 100%. There's two other ports down there. So, I don't think they have 16 independent channels of audio like I first thought. I'm not entirely sure. I gotta learn about that. I'm not entirely up to date on all this stuff. So here's our DVR system. And then lots of patching. Huh?
So I was talking about it.
Oh. So what are you working on?
He just toasted the box and we'll have to reboot and rebuild it.
Cool.
Common theme for these boxes.
I love the key. You're installing Debian now?
I am about to boot it up and install that.
Cool. Alright. You rock out on that. I'm gonna go check on the woodworking guys.
We're done.
You're done?
We're
done?
done.
Done for the day or done?
Done.
Oh, really? The whole pile?
We look done.
I don't know.
Well, half the pile, because I think somebody bought the other half.
Okay, let's go take a look. Somebody bought the half the pile?
So this said.
I'm okay with that. They can have all they want. I am all for selling this stuff off. I hope this means the dust is over. Oh, the dust. Look at that. My God, you can walk in this room. You can walk in this room and go right across it, around the workbenches and the nails. And for the first time, I can touch the butt. There's the butt. Thank you guys, we appreciate that. There's your quality. See, I don't mind that there's graffiti from the previous owners. I just mind that their artwork sucks. I mean, that's really the best you could do. That looks like a horse dick. I mean, look, the weird flat end thing. What is... Your artwork sucks. We have banana phone? What is that? What? But we can touch the wall, so that's progress. If you're going to draw graffiti, take an art class. You're not Banksy. Okay? This is cool. Look all the way across. That is so neat. I should talk to Moose. Let's talk to Moose and see what she says. Because if somebody bought the other half of that, they need to get it the hell out of there. There's a tour today. Hi. There's a pretty good sized tour. This is just the regular Saturday tour. Hey Moose! Did I hear it right that somebody bought the last tiny little bit of the wood pile? How soon are they taking it? Was it one of the guys? They just bought it so they didn't have to cut up anymore? Hey Doc! Another fun-filled day. How you doing, sir?
I'm wonderful. Did you see what they did?
I touched the wall. I touched the butt on the wall. You gotta paint over that.
Yeah, somebody will be by within the next 7 days to take the rest of it.
That's awesome. That makes me happy. I'm gonna go follow the tour for a minute.
Okay.
What are you up to?
I am installing the software to do super cool things with the board.
Yeah? Okay. I'm gonna go follow the tour.
I have more later.
And we're moving on, guys.
Huh?
Moving on to high voltage.
Yay! High voltage! I'm gonna follow for this part. Seeking alternate traffic routing. Dun 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 dun. Shit! Ah, he beat me. I tried. I wasn't quick enough. Beat us.
1. That wasn't the lightning. Sometimes they laugh, sometimes they don't. I don't know. Systems hot. Firing. Now that was lightning and high voltage. You want to see hammer and thunder? Okay.
Yes!
Give me just a second to get loaded. Now, this is just an aluminum mesh. We're using a free filter in a paint booth that keeps out the bugs and stuff before you get into the serious filters. I'm going to bring it over here. In between these two hooks, everybody see what that is? All right, you want to keep your eyes on the aluminum. Now, for this one, I do need a volunteer. Anybody? No. How about? There we go. This is my big break in science.
Okay.
You will hear 3 times, at which point I will turn to you and say clear to fire.
Okay.
At that point, you're going to look up there, step on the button, plug yours. When I'm going to order, you're going to plug yours, look up there, and step on the button. Got it? Good. Plug yours first, look up there, and then step on the button.
Got it.
If you miss that order, you're going to leave it hurt, or you'll miss it over 3,000. Plug yours. Anybody here know anything about electricity at all? A little bit? Okay, if you think of it like water and pipe.
Guys, you don't have to plug your ears yet. It's okay. We'll let you
I'll
know.
tell you, if you got another you will hear, and I'll tell you how to do it right because a lot of you are going like this. Now, you think of electricity like water pipe. Amps is how big your pipe is. Volts is how fast it's moving. Amps and volts equals watts, gallons per minute. Now, we're going to charge this. Well, to give you an idea, your regular wall outlets at home are 120 volts, maybe 20 amps. This whole building is 480 volts at about 800 amps. We're going to charge this to 1800 volts at 80,000 amps. That's more power than what's going through all Kent County right now. It's going to go through that little piece of aluminum. Might be a little loud. 2, plug your ears properly. No. Palms forward. Put your pinkies in your ear canal. You'll find they are a perfect fit like a match made in heaven or Cinderella, whatever you want. 1800. Good. Now, if you guys can see out there, anybody, you'll notice the aluminum is glowing. Well, and if you do what I do, which is look at you guys and laugh at your reactions, and then I look back, you'll actually see a cloud of smoke come shooting off it. We did not vaporize the aluminum, we sublimated it. We went directly from a solid to a gas, skipping liquid phase altogether. You do it with copper, it actually leaves a haze in the room. It's kind of fun.
What's next?
I don't know. You know what happened to the little Tesla coin?
Kidwell's borrowing it. He's doing prototypical design.
Okay. I think I have a star in a jar pumping now.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Any questions so far?
I can do that one if you want.
Okay.
All right.
You know more about it than I do anyway.
All right, cool. Follow me, guys.
This is Chris. This place is kind of his fault.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Did you start the star pumping down?
Yes, I did.
Close the bell on the vacuum pump when you do that.
I'm the. Great.
The little black knob on top of the vacuum pump, if it makes the sound like a coffee pot, if this is up, it's not working. You gotta screw this down, and then it's pumping. So this has been pumping for half an hour and just percolated.
Oh, fun.
Now you know. All right, guys. We're gonna cover some basic, like, 8th grade science, because everybody's coming up on the 8th grade science. Okay. Up on the wall over there is periodic table of elements. Now, the very lowest, simple, second most plentiful thing in the entire universe, second only to stupidity, is hydrogen. Okay, 1 proton, 1 electron. It is the basis for everything. Anything less than that, you don't have an atom. Okay. So, out in space, okay, we're going to cover really basic physics. The entire universe is a big, giant trampoline. Everything that sits on the trampoline, no matter how tiny it is, makes a little tiny dent. Okay? If you've ever been on a trampoline, you make a dent. And if Dave and I hang out on a trampoline, Dave makes a big dent, I make a little dent. If I get too close to Dave, I'll fall into his dent. This is how the whole universe and gravity works. Okay? The bigger the object, the deeper its gravity well. Even little hydrogen atoms have a gravity well. The tiniest, lightest thing in the whole universe has a gravity well. So if it floats by another hydrogen atom, they hang out. And they get more and more, and over billions and billions of years, they collect into big, giant clouds of gas. When there's enough hydrogen in the cloud, it develops its own gravity enough that it will crunch together into a ball. The same reason that bubbles are balls. This is why planets and bubbles and everything is spheres. It's the most efficient shape. If you take something in an environment and try and pull everything together, you get a ball. When it pulls together tight enough, the energy involved, the gravity, is so strong that there isn't any, the atoms themselves don't have enough energy to not get crushed, and the 2 hydrogen atoms collapse into 1 helium atom. So now you've made a whole new thing. You don't have hydrogen anymore, you have helium. And when they do this, they give off a little bit of light, a little bit of heat, a little bit of radiation. When you do this billions and billions of times, you get a thermonuclear bomb, a giant explosion that goes on forever. Our star, the sun, is going to go probably for about another 5 billion years, so we don't really have to worry about that anytime soon. But that's what the sun is. It's a giant ball of hydrogen collapsing in a non-ending nuclear explosion, shooting out all kinds of light and heat and radiation, and it's making helium. And that's pretty cool, because everything up there comes from stars. That's how it works. Stars crunch little atoms into big atoms, and they shoot this stuff out into the universe, and that becomes what planets are made of. And the most plentiful elements that come out of stars just happen to be the 5 most plentiful elements in the entire universe, and that's what our planet and us and everything else are made of. Simple things. This isn't like the really obscure atoms. They come from stars too, but like things like praseodymium and stuff like that, nobody uses that. But oxygen, nitrogen, carbon, hydrogen, helium, things like that, these are the fundamental things of which life and the universe is made. This is really cool because when you have really heavy atoms, like this, they spontaneously break down. Now this is, or here, catch. Don't drop that or we all die. You'll notice the neat little radiation seal on the outside. Now is this box a lot heavier than you thought it would be for its size? It feels like there's a brick in there. Well, there is, but it's not a brick of regular dirt. This is a brick of special dirt, and this is the you're gonna die meter. This is a Geiger counter. You've all probably heard one of these on TV. They make that neat little clicking noise. Well, this is in a radiation-proof container right now, so nothing's coming out of that. But you can hear that little pop every few seconds. Those are neat. those little pops every few seconds are why you have brown eyes and he has blue eyes, and why you're short and he's tall, and he's fat and I'm skinny, and all that. That's how this works. It's really cool. Because when these stars shoot these particles out into the universe, they go through you. They're called neutrinos. They're little itty-bitty tiny things, and they're so powerful they shoot through the entire planet Earth and don't even slow down. Just blast right out the other side, you don't even notice it. These are little, amazingly tiny things. These are parts of atoms. And a lot of people spend insane amounts of money just to try and prove they existed. When these shoot through your body, when these little cosmic rays shoot through your body, they flip parts of your DNA at the molecular level. They just kick an atom around. When they do that, they cause spontaneous random mutations. Some of these are good. Sometimes you get kids with flippers. The ones that are good get carried on, get preserved. You know, it's things we decide. If the whole of humanity decided that people with brown eyes were hotter than people with blue eyes, then more people with brown eyes would breed. We get more people with brown eyes. But these fundamental changes, these random changes, why are people tall or short or skinny or fat or black or white or any of that, come from spontaneous changes, and they come from the little cosmic rays. And it takes forever. It takes billions and billions of years for this to work. But that's where it comes from. And these same particles, we can get from here. This is fun. This is also how you can get kids with flippers. Play with this every day. Inside here, I'm not even going to take it out. I'm just going to open the end. If I take this way out here, clicks every couple seconds. Now it's a little bit more exciting. This is uranium, which is a really common element. It's everywhere. If you've ever held a piece of lead, it used to be uranium. That's where it comes from. When uranium breaks down, it makes lead and radon, and that's why you have radon in your basement. It's from uranium in the ground. The reaction also works the other way. That's a really big element. Uranium has 238 bits to it, and they flop off every now and then. This is just a glass jar that we're pumping all the air out of. That's why I have to talk for a minute, so it has time to pump it all down because we didn't close the valve. But with this, you've all heard about nuclear reactors. Everybody's heard about nuclear reactors. Well, the nuclear reactors that you're used to are like Palisades over there. They use big, heavy elements, and they put them close together, and they break down, and as pieces fly off, it gives off a little bit of light, and a little bit of heat, a little bit of radiation. It works the other way, too, just like in a star. We can use electricity to fake a really big gravity well with a huge amount of electricity. Kind of like what you saw in the other room. We're good at electricity around here. So what we do is the outside ball, there's two balls in there. There's the big ball and the little ball. The big ball is at zero, it's at ground. The little ball inside is charged really, really, really high. And it sucks every single atom in there into the middle. And when they come flying at each other really, really fast, they smack together, they fuse, and they make heavier elements. When they do, a little bit of light, a little bit of heat, a little bit of radiation. We can actually see this. This is way cooler at night, but you'll be able to see it when we turn on the electricity. Bring it up, you'll see a purple glow. In the center there, that's a star. It's a little tiny baby star, and it's really dim, but it's a star, man. It's what we got. Doing this on a tabletop with no budget. Okay, this is as good as it gets. But this is the low budget brand X star right there. It's my unbranded star. But that's a star. It's a star on a tabletop. And that, sitting there, is a working nuclear reactor. And the really cool thing is, unlike the ones that use big heavy elements, because this is just running on air, it's using nitrogen out of the air. Everybody take a big deep breath right now. It's 78% nitrogen. Let it out, you can pass out. Most people think we breathe oxygen. We don't. We live on oxygen. Without oxygen, you die. But you're only breathing about 21% oxygen. And the rest is argon, trace gases, stuff that you don't care about. But nitrogen is the most plentiful thing in our atmosphere. And that's why it's purple. When you smack nitrogen together, atoms together, and you ionize them, and you put energy into them, they glow purple. If we sucked all the air out of this, we could actually get fast neutron emission with a higher vacuum and more voltage. At which point, this would be dangerous to be around. At these levels, well, here, show you. It's pretty much cold. If you had a banana in your pocket right now, you'd get more radiation from the potassium in the banana than you'll get from this. But the cool thing about this type of reaction, because it's fusion, is if you take anything away, this is a house of cards. If you take away electricity, or if you take away the vacuum, it just drops. If I just turn the power off, boop, it's cold. It dies. If I turn the power back on, it's instantly right back. It's simple, it's safe, it's efficient, and this is technology that has existed for 100 years. This is called a Farnsworth-Hirsch fuser. It was invented by Philo T. Farnsworth. How many people have ever heard of Philo T. Farnsworth? Never heard of this guy, which is really dumb. It's terrible, because he invented something that every one of you use every day. Television. Really, the guy who invented TV invented this. Philo T. Farnsworth. Okay, this is a Farnsworth-Hirsch Meeks fuser. So nobody knows who the other two guys were. They weren't nearly as cool. But this guy invented TV. So that's where we get that. You guys that one. We don't usually do this on a public tour, but I own the joint, so don't let me play with anything I want. Is this starting? Yeah, we got juice. All right. I need a volunteer. You.
Me.
Yeah, you're screwed now. All right. Okay. Put your hand right here. I'll do it first to show you. Okay? I didn't die. Totally cool. There's a spark in there when I do that. Never did that before. This could hurt really bad. You'll probably be fine. Alright.
911.
Oh, no, they know us. You didn't hear about the gas leak last year. Alright, this is kind of cool. Your whole life is in there.
Okay.
This is the little platen inside the hard drive of your computer. This is where, like, in the hard drive of your computer, where it remembers everything, this is where they remember it. They remember it on these. And the cool thing is they make these out of aluminum. So we're going to do something cool. We like to play with a lot of high-energy stuff around. Pulsed power. So put your hand on here. You take this side. I'll go to the other side. Why is there a keyboard here and we don't need it? We can just use this. This is for a demo that isn't nearly as cool, but everybody likes. All right. When I push the button, I'm taking electricity from the wall through a very high-tech, old laptop power supply. And we're putting it into these. These are capacitors. These are the exact same capacitors we use for the big boom in the other room. Okay, except there we use a lot more. We only need 3 here. When I let go, you're probably going to feel your wedding ring move just a little bit, but you shouldn't really feel anything. Just boop, there's a click.
Little shack.
Little, yeah, just that the shock is your wedding ring twitching.
Okay.
What we're doing is we're taking a big pile of energy and we're dumping it into this coil of wire. Now, when we do that downstairs, and that's a demo you guys can't see yet, but it'll be out in a couple of years, and there's video of it. How many people know what a quarter looks like? You've all pretty much seen a quarter. I don't have to show you that. All right, so this is a quarter, right? We can all agree on that? Well, that's a quarter, and so is that. Really. The difference is this one's the size of a dime. Thumper, that you saw in the other room, puts out 144 million watts. That's a lot. That's a nuclear power plant. Stomper in the basement puts out 1.8 billion watts. In terms that make sense to normal people, if you take all the energy the space shuttle makes at launch, 1/83rd of that. So imagine a matchbox scale space shuttle, which is about 1/87th the size. That's how much energy. It's just, it's huge numbers. Okay. I'm not done with you yet. You're gonna, you haven't heard it yet.
Oh, great.
So the way Stomper works is we take a huge amount of energy from big capacitors and we dump it into a coil of wire and it electromagnetically shrinks a quarter. We don't put it in a big stamping press. This is all done just with magnetic fields. Now this is where it gets cool. Electricity and magnetism are the same thing, despite everything your high school science teacher taught you. Electricity and magnetism are the same thing. If you don't believe me, ask Mikey Faraday, he'll tell you. But when we take this electricity and we dump it through this wire, since the electricity is going through a coil of wire, it makes a magnetic field. Now here's where it gets complicated. That magnetic field started out as electricity. Now it's a magnetic field. We put a second conductor, because this is aluminum, and aluminum conducts electricity really, really well, right on top of the coil. So when that magnetic field comes out and expands in a big impulse, it's going to be inside here. This is in the magnetic field. And that magnetic field is going to induce an electrical charge in the disk, because electricity and magnetism are the same thing. Now we have an electrical charge in the disk, and that's going to make its own magnetic field. And since it was started by the other one, they're going to be going in the same direction. And when you put two magnets into the same polarity next to each other, they want very, very badly to be somewhere else. So, now we're going to put that on. Now this is the important part of your job. Okay, you have to come here and hold down the button. Don't let go. Everybody dies. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, big capacitors. Hold it down and don't let go. Alright, so we're charging the capacitors right now, and when she put her hand on there, your hand didn't move, nothing. You felt your wedding ring twitch a little bit. The reason you felt your wedding ring twitch? It's a circle. It's metal, it conducts electricity, and it's a circle. It completes the circuit. That's why it jumped a little bit. So if your wedding ring jumped a little bit, what happens when this goes off? Let go of the button, find out. But nothing moved here, did it? You felt that, nothing moved.
No.
And you just bounced this off the ceiling. See, that's all you have to do. You just hold down a button, and charges up the capacitors, and everybody figures, because what the trick to doing that is you just let it get quiet for a minute. You just take it down, and then, ding, and it goes. And it's great. And that never gets old. We have a version of this. This is the tiny little tabletop one. We have a much more robust version that will launch that through this ceiling, no problem. We've launched these discs twice the height of the big room out there. Like we took it out in the parking lot and it'll go twice the height of the room. So yeah, that's what I got. You got anything else?
No. The basement's gonna mess.
What do you guys think so far? Okay. It's his second day. He's just learned how to do it. You good? Yeah? Okay. We'll keep you around then. All right. So, yeah, here, they're all yours. I'm gonna just.
I
was just shooting blog. I was like, oh hey, it's tour day. I'll just follow the tour for a minute. I hijacked your tour.
See, you know what happens is one of these days I'm going to slip up on a tour and say like one number wrong and the whole internet's just going to hate on me.
You got one number wrong. Well, you got one thing wrong with the thumper thing, but I'm just going to let it slide. They'll point it out in the comments, but
Okay.
you got one thing wrong.
Volts.
Huh?
Volts.
Yeah, your concept of, just so that we don't screw up like all young budding scientists, volts is potential difference. Nobody cares, but it's if you think of water in a pipe, he's heard me do this for 3 years straight. If you think of water in a pipe, volts is the pressure of the water. It's the push, yes. Current is gallons per minute. It's how big around your pipe is. So Gemini, the big lightning machine, is all show, no go. It's a whole lot of volts, not really that many amps. It's like 2.5 million volts at a fraction of an amp. Instantaneous amperage in that machine is like 10 amps, which really isn't a lot. Until you realize volts times amps equals watts. So when you look at Thumper, the big boom machine, well, that's all amps. It's only 1,800 volts. It's at 80,000 amps. It's a pure DC circuit, so we don't have to count power factor, the RMS, and the math makes you twitch. It's volts times amps equals watts. It's DC, it's easy. So 1,800 volts times 80,000 amps is simple math. It's 144 million watts. That's like running a freight train into a brick wall. It's insane. And it's really cool when you realize that whole machine charges off a microwave oven capacitor. If you run your microwave oven at home for 1.5 minutes, you make that much energy. You just don't do it all in 0.003 of a second. Stomper down in the basement does it in 4 100,000ths of a second. Okay? Blink. That was 1/60th of a second. That happens in 3 1,000ths of a second. In the basement, 4 100,000ths of a second, which is insanely tiny. If you fire a .308 rifle, it's about how far the bullet travels down the barrel, that long, in about 4 100,000ths of a second. That's how fast it moves. It's insane. It's why the quarter is only crushed to the size of a dime, because the coil around the quarter doesn't exist at 5 100,000ths of a second. It just doesn't exist anymore. It's gone. So yeah. All right. They're all yours. You guys have fun. Thank you for coming and seeing our big toy box. Except you. Okay. She's fine. She's awesome. But you, watch her. She steals.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Years already.
All right. I gotta go like do the thing with Rocco.
Questions, comments?
I love doing that. I love my job. Just pop into a tour. Hey, this is what we're doing. Ah, it's cool. Ah. I'm gonna go to work now.
So that connects to the RF in, so boom, we got video. So that makes me happy. Are you stalking me? Stalking me? Stalking me?
Yep. Hi.
Hi.
You're blogging, yo.
I'm blocking you.
I just want to pop in. I heard you blog. I was like, oh, this will be fun.
It'll be fun.
What are you doing?
You intensively really love that. I was just saying the card looks like it's working.
Yay.
So I got to figure out what Richard wants for this system.
What's Media Express?
It's software that comes with it, I guess.
Never used it.
Never heard of it, but it's what came with it, and there it is.
Now, are you splitting the video and then running it into the computer?
Now, well, by split it, you mean
You've got
for distribution amp?
Yeah. Okay.
So we've got it.
So you can do anything you want. You don't affect the stream.
here
No
and
problem.
over there.
All right.
So and we have another. This amp is 4 amps.
Shit. Okay.
So, you know, if we need more, we could loop it. And,
well, you got another Pelco box right there.
I know.
I'd love it if they both worked.
I know. Me too. I just don't know how to. I'd rather not work on that and rather work on
those. Yeah.
those.
I totally agree.
I was thinking last night, and Kidwell told me he has these motor drivers and stuff, which I'm sure he does, but God, we love Kidwell, but we know he has piles and piles of stuff, and he may never find it. You know,
And he has shit to do.
and he has shit to do. So one of my thoughts was, this is kind of, it's not a ton of empty space, but this surface right here, inside
Oh,
there,
just mount
is
it in
pretty
there?
much nothing. Yeah, I was thinking of putting an Arduino and the motor driver in this box, and then this box is a thing.
If it'll fit, that's elegant as hell. Especially if you really want to impress me, put an Arduino in there with an internet shield and a motor driver.
That was.
And then this on the side just has power and Ethernet.
Yeah, or one.
Power over Ethernet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much power this camera takes and whatever.
Well, the camera's powered totally separate. All you got to worry about is this.
That's true.
The camera's powered over the CCU feed.
Yeah, we think.
I know.
No, we know.
I know. I've got a pinout.
Yeah, you're right. We know that it's powered, but we don't know that it's controlled. It's something.
It's not controlled.
Something-
It's not. It's controlled over the remote feed, and I can get you a pinout on that too, with voltages and everything.
Pinout, and I need the ICD or interface document.
CCU.
Okay, you guys call it CCUs.
Camera control unit. Hey guys, please comment with the link to the pinout on that camera. Somebody in IRC sent it to me a while back. Send it to Bill. Don't even comment on the video. Send it to Bill. You know where to find him on Facebook.
Yeah, pinout is great, but I need the.
One of the guys,
how does
one of the viewers
command
sent
work?
it to me.
And so I can, because what I was thinking again was, okay,
It's dumb. It's a
if
voltage.
This is a serial connection.
Okay.
This is data.
Okay.
So-
There's one of them that's dumb with a voltage,
so-
but yeah.
So, but what I was thinking is that'd be really cool. Is you have an Arduino, the network shield, and the motor driver shield, all if it can fit in.
Yeah, I think that's elegant as hell.
And then you could.
And it makes cabling at Worlds easier too.
Well, it makes it so you can actually we could be all kinds of tricky.
And now
run
we
an
can
Ethernet
put them
shield
anywhere.
in, and then the Ethernet shield can actually feed the serial feed into this camera and control this camera, so it's actually a pass through. But that's a whole lot of work.
That's a whole lot of work, but
that-
it's
that
elegant
would be
as hell.
elegant,
And if we can do it, the whole thing's going to cost $50.
I ran the numbers. It's like $100.
Yeah?
In controllers.
Worth every penny.
Probably, but you know.
4 cameras,
for an
$400
Arduino, for the motor controller and this or not a Wi-Fi, but a network card. It ends up being like the network card is more than the motor driver card,
Okay.
and it's one chip and a couple of capacitors. It's so annoying. Anyway, I'm sure there's some code in there somewhere. Point is, that would be really cool to do, and I think I could start off by. I mean, I have an Arduino somewhere in here, and I'll just order a motor driver shield and we'll start playing.
You have something blinking on your desk. Is that a radio sound that's transmitting right now?
No, it's my. You ever had an assignment in school where somebody says, "Here, take this egg home and watch it over the weekend"?
Yeah.
That's Bill's job. I have to periodically look at my egg.
It looks like a radio sound.
It's a radioson, but it's a specially programmed radioson that triggers at certain times based on its GPS signal. The little
Blinking once
yellow
a second
LED
there.
will go boop. Yeah, it's blinking
Okay.
1 PPS GPS signal.
Cool.
But yeah, that's one.
So what else are you working on?
So that's basically it. I'm going to do that, and then I got some code to write for the controller. Now that I feel like this is installed, everything's good. I'm going to switch over into software mode and start crunching on that code, because that'll be fun. We have another one of these.
Yeah, you want to see it?
Yes, I'd love to see. it.
Sure, no problem. It's slightly different, like it's a different model, but same thing. Got it right down here for you.
It's the same, but completely different. It's like the same movie, but different characters and a whole different plot. But same thing.
Why are you picking on me? It's right up there. This thing says Eagle Eye. Came with it.
Came with it.
Yeah, they gave us parts for 2. So we got the other Pelco mount. They used it on top of a remote truck.
Okay.
Came from Channel 17.
Alright, when I feel like climbing Mount Olympus here, I'll get over there.
I'll get up there and pull it down for you if you want.
Okay.
Here, hold the camera. I'm not proud or tired.
Oh, I'm both. Hey Chris.
Yeah.
This camera knows how big your head is.
The camera knows how big my head is.
It keeps putting boxes around your head.
Hey, what are these?
I don't know.
Video return switcher, control unit,
Not a clue.
coax power system. But this is interesting stuff. We should look at these.
You got me, man. I don't know what they are.
I'm gonna put these down too. Just check
You
into
guys
it.
don't have like any of those Fresnel screens from those old rear projection screen TVs hanging around, do you?
Not handy. What do you want to do with one?
I want to try and melt a rock.
You want to melt a rock? How big is the Fresnel screen?
Depends on the size of the
Okay,
TV.
let's say it's about a meter square. How much energy is in 1 square meter of full sunlight in the middle of July?
Math is not my subject.
1.5 kilowatts, give or take. How big a rock you want to melt?
Tiny little.
Just a small one.
Where are you
to
going to get the
start
rock?
with. Where am I going to get the rock?
Yeah, you going to get the rock out of your yard maybe?
Probably.
You know what happens when you heat a rock out of your yard?
You burn their house
The
down.
dissolved water inside the rock flash boils, especially when you hit it with 1.5 kilowatts of sunlight. The rock explodes, putting shrapnel in your face, chest. It sucks really bad. I can show you the scars if you want.
You've done it?
What you have is a good idea and it can be done, but don't start with rocks. And especially don't start with just rocks out of your yard. Put the rocks in an oven, bake them at a low temperature for hours, drive all the moisture out, and then blast the rock with sunlight.
That sounds like good advice.
I've done this once or twice.
It's.
Well, I want a moldy rock. That's what
You
I
want a moldy rock?
I want to pour it.
Oh, you want a moldy rock?
pour it into a
okay.
Oh.
I recommend starting with bauxite.
Bauxite.
Bauxite. It's what aluminum's made out of. It's a shitty type of clay. I'm Chris Boden.
I'm Jeff.
Happy to help, sir. The screens you can get, check in a dumpster behind Best Buy, places like that, you know, like Circuit City, Best Buy kind of joints. They scratch them, they fall off trucks, they get screwed up. Check if there's a rent-to-own place around here, check with them. They get TVs back that are beat to shit all the time. And yeah, short of that, I can probably dig one up and sell you one for pretty cheap, but you can get them for free if you do a little dumpster diving. Happy to help.
Yeah.
Alright, Bill, this is your box. You're missing a couple button caps, but I hear you know a thing or two about electronics,
Yeah,
and you
I
can put
figured
buttons
that.
on stuff.
I don't care about buttons.
Okay.
I care about function.
Okay.
Let's slam some stuff around. That's good.
That's alright, just beat shit out of it, I don't care. It's not expensive.
The other one's open. Always bothered. Wow.
Well, this one's closed. See, you like it better already.
Pan and tilt.
This one's happier.
I'm guessing this is just a big relay controller.
Well, it's got pan and tilt and heater, so you know that's for an outdoor camera.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got focus and speed over here. So, yeah, you got this.
There's no data input. This is a manualized unit.
I bet you can fix that pretty fast.
I could. This is where we come back to the Arduino thing we were talking about.
Okay, well, that's what I got, man. I got a box.
No, it's good. That's good stuff.
That's what I got.
Yeah, it's dirty. Yeah. I'm gonna think, because like I said, I was looking at those Arduino parts, and I'm like, there's really nothing to this. And most of them have the schematics. And I'm like, yeah, we could just put it all on one board and order the damn
Do
board
it.
and-
Do it. It sounds like an easy solution. And at $400, I'm happy to chip in on it.
Let's see.
I'm broke. Kidwell's happy to chip in on it, though. He's all kinds of excited about this. He does Arduinos. He likes this stuff. He'll totally chip in.
Well, he already has the motor driver stuff too, so yeah, I'll run away because it's one of those things where it's like it's always a balance of okay, if I go down the path of develop my own, this will take months. I can have it in 3 days.
No, that's an easy one. It's not expensive enough to dick with it. I mean, you're talking $100. It's
I know,
$100.
That's my point. It's like I can have it. I can
Yeah.
have it in my hand in 3 days, and I can
Do
start
it.
writing code.
Do it.
I know. I want to do it.
So do it.
I got one of those wife things that keeps me like don't spend too much money on the.
Your wife's a nerd too. She'll be okay with
I
it.
know.
You do it and make it work. I'll cover the cost. Fair? Then your wife can't tell you no. I'm paying for it. I'm your enabler.
You're my enabler.
Yeah. For $100, I'm in.
Nah, we'll see.
Because it's worth it. For the live stream, that's one more camera. That's a huge thing. We didn't pay for the cameras. We didn't pay for the mount. We didn't. It's all donated. It's $100. I'll cover it.
Just noticed. Oh, they moved. Okay, they're right there.
What?
They moved. I'm like, where'd they go?
No, it's $100. I can't do $400, but shit, I can do $100 out of my personal pay.
We'll think about it.
I'll do it.
No.
Because I get that camera going, man, that makes people happy. I get more people involved. That's how it works. It's infrastructure!
Run away, crazy man on the loose.
All right. Ah. Really? Jabronodactyl. And it ate the Triceratops. Moose is going to kick your ass.
That
It's no more fanciful than any of the existing dinosaurs we had.
No, I was going. Hey,
Batman brought it in late here.
no, what I was thinking is just Triceratops is Moose's favorite dinosaur, and you ate it.
It was an
She's gonna be
improperly
mad.
postured Triceratops anyway.
It's an improperly postured Triceratops. Why?
Dragging its tail along the ground.
They don't drag their tail?
Like cats.
Maybe if they were sick.
Yeah.
Or, well, I mean, their tail would have to be like broken to do that.
So this is like a sad Triceratops,
Very sad since its tail was broken.
and it ate its head.
Although, I mean, Archosaurs couldn't really feel sadness.
You don't know that
Yes, I do.
because they have the reptile brain.
More like a bird brain, but yeah.
My Stegosaurus is happy, and birds can be happy too. I grew up around chickens, and these are chickens. Just prototype chickens. Chickens can be happy. I know happy
Did I
chickens.
tell you about the Chickenosaurus? No, you told me about the Chickenosaurus.
What? The dude who's making a chicken into a dinosaur? Yeah, that guy? Yeah, I told you about that. What's going on, Moose?
Oh, hi. I'm getting the computer set up to do embroidery.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Can we tell people what you're doing yet, or do I gotta wait?
A little bit longer.
Okay. You didn't see that. What are you working on?
I'm working on my Amazon wish list.
Ooh, for the computer shop.
IT, yes.
Yay!
So I've also been given a wish list for the AV people. I haven't put that up yet. I just got that. So
Excellent. We're
we are
populating
adding
things.
to it.
This is good. It's nice to make a blog again. Oh, do we have any packages I haven't opened for viewer mail yet?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. I didn't really get to make much of a blog yesterday. There's a lot going on. There's things getting done. Rocco's doing stuff.
I am. Just waiting to see if the machine comes up after being installed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I timed that perfect.
You did. It doesn't look like it is. Fun.
Here, Rocco. Your computer doesn't work.
You don't say.
I'm just saying. Your system sucks.
My system?
Your system sucks.
Yeah, I guess it does.
I use Apple. Why don't you use Apple? Linux sucks. Linux is for losers.
Doesn't Apple run on the flavor of Unix underneath it all?
You don't know that. Shut up. It's FreeBSD. It's totally different. It's Unix, man. It's totally different. You know, your system sucks, fag. Have you ever read a comment stream on YouTube?
Yes, I have. Don't go.
I just posted a 10-screen dual computer system. I'm gonna get 50 comments. Your system sucks, fag. You're a fag, fag.
I was a little disappointed. I thought your 10 system screen was all one computer. I was wondering how the hell you managed that.
No, it's two systems.
Yeah, I got that.
You know why it has so much? Okay, think about this. Half the rendering I do, everything in Vegas, all that rendering, is done on video cards. So you get the biggest rompin' stompin'est video cards you got. When I edit video, I use 4, sometimes 5 screens for that. It just makes it a million times easier, because your timeline takes up 2 screens alone.
Okay.
You put all your files and shit on one screen, so that's your into your timeline, then your preview monitor. There's 4 screens just on that. And if you're doing effects and audio mixing in that, there's a 5th monitor. And then you can see everything, and it's all nice and easy, and it just works. You can do it on one, it just sucks.
That's why I hate video editing.
So you need these big rompin' video cards, and lots of them. I could fit 3 in the computer, so I put 3 big rompin' video cards in the computer, because that's where most of the processing for rendering in Vegas happens. Well, now I got 3 big rompin' video cards. It doesn't matter if they have monitors or not. That doesn't affect the video rendering. Because I'm not gaming on it in real time. I don't give a shit. Well, you can get really cheap monitors for 150 bucks a piece, and if you start buying them 1 or 2 a month and just put them in your closet, because you know you're going to rebuild your computer, that's what you do. You just buy 2 of them a month. 300 bucks. Put them in your closet. Rent to own computer, man. You just put them in your closet. Pretty soon you got 10 of the damn things in there. And say, I'm going to build a computer.
might be happy at 3, but yeah.
You plug those 2 monitors into your computer, or 2 into each video card. Well, now you got 6 monitors. You got a second computer. Now you got 12 monitors. You can't have more than that. It's useless. I can effectively use 10, maybe 12 monitors. More than that, it's useless.
But you have no one app that runs across all 10 monitors.
Yeah, I do. Synergy.
Synergy lets you share keyboard and mouse.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like display one video on all 10? No, I'm not doing that. I'm sure it can be done, but I don't. I haven't done it. I use it as one computer, but it's 2 separate machines. Yeah, 1 keyboard and mouse.
All right, back to the computer.
Does it work yet?
No.
Your system sucks.
Yeah, it definitely sucks.
You're an hack. You don't know.
I think you own this, don't you?
Yeah.
So that makes it your system.
Well, I don't. No, it's Geek Groups. I just work here. Yeah. Fuck do I know, man?
Hey, Richard. You there? You bailed on me. Well, there you are. Machine's not booting up after installing Boden. I guess doesn't even get the grub. Definitely installed grub, installed from master boot record. Give me some credit, please.
Is it plugged in?
What's that? Sorry, Richard? It just comes up to a blank cursor, nothing happening. Might try reinstalling grub on it.
Hang on a minute. Let me try something. It's down right now, right?
No, it's not off. It is now.
Oh, never mind. You pulled the thing out.
You mean this thing in my hand?
Yep, that thing in your hand. I was distracted, man. I do that all the time. I got an iPod that causes my computer to throw a complete conniption fit if it's plugged in when I boot it.
Yeah. I think the best one I've seen to date was a computer that would refuse to boot with a CD-ROM in it, bootable or not.
Really?
Yeah.
That'll make you crazy.
It did actually. It took two senior techs to figure out what the hell was going on, and that was 4 hours later.
Yeah. It took me a couple days to figure out that it was when I had my iPod plugged in.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the real excitement of lab work. A lot of it's, oh, fuck damn thing won't boot.
And Richard would like you to end your shoot with a shot of you aiming at the lab cam for some the security camera.
Yeah? There's security camera.
Which security camera?
This one? Yeah, that one. There's security camera. Richard the thing! You talked. You did some talk. Batman!
Howdy.
This is sexy, yo!
Yep.
Long stock storage.
Yep.
Alright, tell people what you got here. What's going on?
Built an upright crib for the piping and conduit and other random long stock.
This is cool. We got 80-20 parts.
Conduit, plastic conduit, some PEX, and short bits of pipe. And the heavy long stock is going to get laid along here.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm working on moving all the epoxy and extra paint up there out of the way because it's going to be a while before we use it again.
Good. This is excellent. I'm loving it.
Yep.
Good job, sir. Thank you. All right, Moose.
Hi.
Can we tell people now?
Sure.
Okay.
We are entering a whole new market of stuff that we're making for the store.
Merit badges.
Yes.
And mission patches.
Yes. I have some examples to show you, but they don't have Geek Group stuff on them.
Okay, these are because you're girly?
So I had to work with like some stock designs.
Girly.
We hammered it out. I did the girly ones, and look what I'm doing now.
I know, it's a gear.
Here.
So we're gonna have Geek Group merit badges. So if you come here and you learn about high voltage, or you learn about, like, if you come here and you take your class on how to drive a forklift and you get certified, you don't just get a card, you get a forklift merit badge. It's gonna be a whole thing. You have to demonstrate proficiency in the field in order to get a merit badge, and it has to be signed off on by a staff member in that field. So if you come in and you just say, I'm a CNC dude and I know stuff, we're not just going to give you a merit badge. You have to earn it, and we're going to sell them, and it's going to be a thing. It's a neat little fundraising thing. And if you come and work on a big project, like if you come and help set up some big new thing, okay, like a major project, like a big thrashing
Like
weekend.
Stomper.
Yeah, like Stomper or Thumper or Gemini, or one of the big projects. There will be mission badges for those projects. So you can have like a big 4-inch badge, like, well, that's a 3-inch, but you can get like a big 4-inch badge that says, Project Gemini, and it'll have the date and all that jazz, and these are only available to the people that actually did it. You have to earn the badges. We don't just give them away, and you have to pay a couple bucks for them, but they're going to be cheap.
So I know people are going to ask, can they get like a high voltage badge or a CNC badge or something if they're not here?
Yes, you can, but you have to be signed off on by a Geek Group staff member. It can't just be, I know stuff. No, you got to earn these. We are also going to have across back like 12-inch long badges that are going to be like the top of a jacket, and it'll have a Geek Group logo in the middle, think like a biker jacket. And these will be your location. So if you're a Minnesota geek, you can have a Minnesota Geek Group, like your local Geek Group thing. It's going to be a whole thing. It's the badges, patches, iconography? I don't know. Badges and patches are going to be a thing. People are going to go nuts for them. So yeah, their basic gear outline. That's how it begins. You're doing CNC with sewing.
It's not worth doing if it's not CNC.
Time is 21:16 hours.
You're still up.
I am always on.
You're always
and
on.
you're going blind on code.
Yeah.
What you doing, Bill?
Putting the last little, maybe not the last little touches, but the last interaction pieces of the functional code for the camera controller.
Okay.
So it tells me where it's at, and it responds to incoming commands now.
That's progress.
So I mean, you can. The code doesn't report position currently, but because I pulled that for other testing. But you can, from the console of this thing, you can move the camera right, stop it, move it back, stop it, move it up.
Yay!
And it's constructed so that it's code safe, so if you try and move it in a way that's already in operation, it won't let you. So all of that, and it throws an error back, which then I should be able to interpret. So I gotta get the zoom portion working. Zoom's left, and the wiper, and if we want to be able to turn it on and off, I guess. I don't know if that.
I just want to be able to pulse the wiper.
It should be implemented. No, turn the whole thing on and off.
Oh, okay.
Actually, there's something kind of cool about this. I finally figured out what the utility power is all about.
Oh, what?
There's a plug on the back of this box that's tied to that button. And you hit. In theory.
It's not lighting up.
It's not lighting up now, but it used to. Might be because I'm connected to it.
Okay.
No idea. No, everything else still works. So, anyways, we used to run a little switch in the back. So.
Okay. Cool.
But it can report the position, and that's built up, and the whole thing is built in a whole buffering. It's way overly complicated, but it builds up a buffer of data, and then it processes through the commands.
Okay.
So, long story short is, it can never send more to the camera controller than it ever can handle. But you can send more commands to it, and it'll just put them in the queue and slowly work through them, and keep doing that. So,
Bill made a FIFO buffer. Yay!
Well, I figured with network lag and Lord only knows what could happen on it, it'd be nice to have it back up all of it, and then probably put in some. I probably should put in some kind of cap that says something like "not accepting any more commands currently" or something, and kicks that error back to the user or something, because like I said, the controller's old and it gets grumpy once you start overpowering. If you just send commands to it as fast as people send commands to shit, it just starts going, I don't know what to do, and it starts throwing old, bad command, even though they're valid commands going in, and just loses its shit on it. Alright, I'm gonna go implement Zoom.
Okay, implement Zoom. So a lot of people were asking about Wolfie.
Slovenian rat dog.
Yep, Slovenian rat dog. Wolfie is totally not a Pomeranian with an awesome haircut. He's absolutely a Slovenian rat dog. That's what we tell him. It makes him feel rugged.
He sat in Batman's lap today. The biggest animal in the building and the smallest animal in the building.
He's cute, and apparently I needed licking. Yeah, he's a good dog.
He's hungry. I forgot to feed him.
Oh, you're so mean. So mean to that dog.
The reason he got in Batman's lap is he had one of those cool dog treats that.
Oh, one of the little itty bitty Omni cookies, yeah, which are just the right size for Wolfie.
Oh hell yeah! He was all interested in Batman after that.
So what you working on here, sir?
We're working on cameras today.
That doesn't end well. A lot of wires that go down that stick.
We're taking stuff apart. We're going to find out if it works, and if it does work, we're going to sell it on eBay?
No, those two, maybe?
I don't think so. Yeah, we have a lot of cameras here, and some of them are unknown quantities. Okay.
This one has a really weird power plug, so we're just going to run a couple wires.
Yeah, I'm going to disassemble them.
Wiggle it just a little
Check out
bit.
what's here.
Oh, hey. I didn't even know that opened.
Ta-da!
Oh, that's nifty.
I guess that's your...
Tension adjustment.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I think we got a problem here. I think it's camera.
Do you got to pull the knobs off the top?
Not just the knobs. This whole assembly is attached to the circuit board.
Are you sure?
Because I can pull the circuit boards out so far when it wants to stop.
Then take out these screws. Here, because if that's attached, it's going to be attached at the middle. Take out the little screws around it. There.
You got a little screwdriver?
Yeah, actually, I do.
So do I. Forget about it.
Okay. That's my theory. I'm totally just looking at it.
Did you get your theory from Paul Kidwell?
Huh?
You got your theory from Paul?
My what from Paul?
Your theory about how to take stuff apart.
No. I will allow that I was taking stuff apart for
This is fun.
20 years before I met Paul. So
people should come here and take stuff apart more often.
people should. It's fun. There are all
And
kinds of
clean up
things
their
to do.
messes when they're done.
I got to take all these junk cameras apart because these are ones that we're probably not going to fix.
Yeah.
But inside each one of these, check this out. Here, I'll just grab one off the shelf. Look at this. Okay, the camera itself is junk. Okay, but in there, right inside here, is a really cool prism, and it beautifully separates red, green, and blue out because that's what they're supposed to do for this application. And I want to save the prisms, and then we'll recycle the boards.
That thing's loaded with good parts. Yeah, and it takes manpower to take them apart, doesn't it?
Yeah, it just takes time. So if anybody out there wants to come and spend an afternoon taking apart cameras, or even just a couple hours, that would be a useful thing to do. Good volunteer hours. You know what I should do?
No.
We got community service guy in. He got a DUI. Oh yeah, if you have community service hours that you have to do, you can come to the Geek Group and do them because we're a federally certified nonprofit. You can do you got your DUI, you got caught holding a bag. You got a couple hours of community service.
Do we want all those kind of people here?
Totally. Why not?
Oh, we can make friends and...
Some dude gets caught holding. That's a bullshit law.
Is that why Scurvy's here?
That's no, he just ain't been caught yet. That's the difference. And have you met Chris downstairs?
No, I haven't met the new guy.
That kid's holding on any given day, I'll bet on it. But if you've got like 50 hours community service something, you can come here to the Geek Group and do your community service hours, and it's cool. And instead of like picking up cigarette butts on the side of a highway in 20-degree weather, you could come and take prisms out of cameras. How's that? See, that's your government working for you right there. And it's community service, because we're a nonprofit, we exist to serve the community.
This thing was made in Japan, dude.
Of course it was made in Japan. It's canon.
It would have been easier just to
It may
get
have been
the right
made
connector.
in Canada.
No, it's...
Because it's canon. Alright, well, that's the best I had. I'm sorry.
Don't you have some like
I'm supposed to be editing.
important people to go talk to? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Hugh's not up yet, and I'm supposed to be editing, but I had to get a really good closer for the blog.
This is not. You want to see me cut myself and draw blood?
Dead man, you start bleeding. My hit rate goes up like crazy.
Oh, you missed Scurvy on top of the ladder.
What'd he do? Did he fall off the ladder?
No, but he was at the very top.
You don't do. I've yelled at people for that.
He was at the. You weren't there.
Did you yell at him?
No.
Did you kick the ladder out from under him and say, dumbass?
I was holding the ladder, but he was at the very top of the MDH in the corner, southeast corner.
How did he get to the top on a ladder? We don't have a ladder that high.
You got the aluminum extension ladder.
Oh, God. Okay.
He was at the very top, and he was like one rung down from the bottom. That would have been great for a closer.
God. What was he doing? Fixing that light? Did he take down the ugly-ass piece of art up in the corner that I hate?
He was working with Dave and I.
Oh, okay. They were ripping out old jank lights from the ceiling.
Yeah, but we couldn't do it until he got on the ladder, and he volunteered, and it was cool. Oh, my God. Wire's got to come out.
You gotta do all this, swap out one little power plug?
Yeah.
Okay, that...
You know why?
Why?
Somebody asked me to, and they asked nice. It's not going to work when I'm done with it.
Do you want to wait on that and do other stuff that we know we can fix quickly?
No, I want to mess this up.
Oh, okay.
I got plenty of time. Oh, no, I really do want to find out what's wrong with that cam robotic system and give you guys my expert opinion.
Okay.
I think I already know it, and I told Bill when I got here, and he shrugged his shoulders.
Well, he's Bill.
He spent 6 hours on it. I spent an hour and a quarter.
Does the Dominator 2 work yet?
No.
Okay, the bottom box.
No.
Okay. It was on your desk, it was open, now it's not, I have to ask.
Not yet, otherwise it'd have a label on it. Expertly repaired by Geek Group staff on site, 9/17/22.
Okay. I like that you label your stuff. Every now and then I'll go downstairs and see an amp and it'll say repaired, tested good, and a date. All professional like.
That's what you get for 133 bucks an hour, dude.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm charging. You didn't know that, did you?
I'm okay with that. You're worth it.
Yeah.
Hell, we'll double that.
When? Okay, I'm gonna get some wires out of here for you. I'm gonna get some cameras set up for you, and I'll put them in a pile.
Okay, cool. Alright, I'm gonna go edit this so you guys have something to see. I was hoping he'd have like the epic win and I could show you that, but no. I can't. So instead, you get Cute Puppy. Yay! Gratuitous Cute Puppy shot, just because Omni's not here. She's slacking off. She could be at work, but she's not. So, that's the day. You guys have fun. I'm Chris Boden. You're not. And that's today's Captain's Blog. We'll see you tomorrow.
I learned how to run a machine shop.
Set up an enterprise-level server.
Program 9-foot robots.
Make lightning!
Edit video.
I'm building a radio station.
Light bulb terrarium.
A high-performance electric car.
I'm a CNC geek.
Computer geek.
Robot geek.
Physics geek.
AV geek.
I'm a radio geek.
Craft geek.
Car buff.
No matter what kind of geek you are, we've got a place for you here at the Geek Group. Come join us. We build awesome.